Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marston here, and today I want to talk about Mario Kart Tour because I originally wasn't going to make a video on this because it came out and I figured it would just be like every other mobile game for me that Nintendo makes where I download it, I try it, and then I don't really care. I always think I'm going to care. I thought Mario Run looked cool. I thought Dr. Mario looked cool. I end up getting it, I try it, don't really like it. So with Mario Kart Tour, I felt the same way. I was like, well, I'm going to have to download it and try it. And the day that it came out, I did. I tried it. And I just closed the app and I was like, it seems cool, but I don't know if I'll really play this. And I saw a bunch of people being kind of negative on the game. And I just kind of left it alone for a bit. I still think that the no online multiplayer at launch is really bad because a lot of people might just be done with the game before they realize that it comes out. But regardless, I just didn't really think anything highly of the game, didn't really think anything really bad about the game. I just was like, I probably won't play it again. And I noticed that when I went to go to bed, that I actually kind of had an urge to play it again. So I played it again a little bit, and then I went to bed. And then today, when I was at work, during my lunch break, I was actually kind of excited to play it again. And that's when I was like, I am going to make a video on this because this is the first mobile game that Nintendo has made that I'm actually kind of drawn to. Now, do I think it's perfect? No. I still agree with what I said in my previous video on that I think these features need to be in a mainline game, some of the features in the mobile game, but the controls, they're not the best. I don't fully enjoy it, but maybe they'll update it, maybe it'll get better. But in terms of what the game has to offer, I think it's perfect for a mobile game. And it's the first one that feels like an actual game to me. Like, yes, it does have mobile pay stuff, and you can tell it is a mobile game with the way that it's set up. But it feels like I'm actually playing a Mario Kart game. Almost as if it was made specifically for handheld, like when they did the Game Boy stuff. I never actually played that one, but in terms of the content, because it's not really based around multiplayer, and the mobile game is actually going to get multiplayer. So I'm just really surprised that I actually like it. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff in this game that I really hope that they utilize in the next Mario Kart game for the home console, because having character-specific items again is huge to me. I had one race where I was Bowser, I got the shell, and I almost got first place because of it. And to have that variation felt so good. Because the number one thing I complain about Mario Kart 8 is once you know all the courses and you're good at all of them, there is no variation. It is legitimately just, are you going to be in first too long to get hit by a blue shell, or are you just going to get screwed by items overall? That's it. It almost has nothing to do with your inputs and what you do. It's straight up just the RNG of items, and I am sick of the blue shell. I'm sick of it. I've already had a whole video dedicated to that, so I'm not going to get into that, but it's really boring when every single race is just someone in last or near last gets a blue shell, which will not help them, and then it ruins the person in first on getting first, and it just doesn't fix anything. The person in last is still in last, and then if you get a blooper in last, I don't know. There's so many random things with Mario Kart to where it's just based on the items and it doesn't feel like variation anymore. That's my biggest complaint with Mario Kart. It does not feel like variation anymore. It just feels like the same thing every single race. With character-specific items, it changes that completely. Because then you have to actually think of what you're going to do based on the character that's in front of you. Because they could have another special item too that could counteract your special item. So having that is huge to me. They need to bring that back. I never realized how big of a deal that was because I liked Double Dash, but I'm not one of those people that is obsessed with it. I just remember playing it and I liked it. But we need that stuff back for sure. And I really like that you can level up the cart, you can level up the character, you can level up the glider, I think. If my memory serves me correctly, you can level up the glider. But regardless, you can level stuff up. That needs to come into the main game too. And what's really crazy is they actually used the idea I had with coins. I said in one of my videos for one of the next Mario Kart games that coins you collect in the races should be used to buy different things. And you can do that in the mobile game. This stuff needs to be in the next Mario Kart game for sure, because then you always have stuff to do. If you don't play online in Mario Kart 8, you will run out of things to do very quickly. So if they add all these things, there'll actually be a lot more stuff to do and work towards. And they could even expand upon this. What if there's a kart that you really like, but its stats aren't good? They could amp up the whole leveling system in the next Mario Kart game to where if you level it up, you can put stats in different spots and actually use the kart and wheels and stuff that you want to use. Because with Mario Kart 8, a lot of people just use the same stuff because they know it's the best combination for the races. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of creating what you want when you know what's the best. That's why I've never really liked this change. I liked when there were no stats on the karts because I want to use the kart that I think looks the coolest. But you end up just picking from like 3 different karts because you know those are the 3 best ones with the same stats. So I think this mobile game is great, and I honestly think it's the start to a new type of Mario Kart, a fresh new Mario Kart rather, where it's not just the same thing every time. And this is not to trash on Mario Kart 8. It's a great game, but once you play it enough, it is really hard to want to play it again because it is the same thing every single time. So that's all I really have to say about this. I like Mario Kart Tour. I don't know how long I'll end up playing it, but right now I like it. I don't really care that there's pay stuff because the way I play mobile games, I just don't really end up doing the pay stuff. I just do whatever it lets me for free. The only game that I've ever spent any money on was Pokemon Go. And the reason why I didn't say anything about that game in terms of Nintendo mobile games that I've played is because that one was still tied with Nintendo, but I mean, it was so much just Pokemon and Niantic that I didn't include it in the list because I did play Pokemon Go for a very long time. And I only ended up putting money into that because it was more of a social thing. And it got to the point where we were going to do raids and it just made sense to buy the tokens or whatever it was. So with Mario Kart Tour, I won't spend any money on it. I don't really see myself doing it, but I'm enjoying the game. And I think for some people that are negative about the game with some of the pay stuff, I think looking at it as a mobile game and as a, well, this is free, I can just do the free stuff, I think could help. I mean, if you just don't like the game, that's fine. I'm not telling anyone to just like the game, but I do think some people are a little bit too harsh because they're so used to Nintendo stuff that when it transitions to the mobile game, it's like, well, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And it's like, well, I have to pay for this. I don't want to pay for that. They are going to try to make money. Do I think what they're offering is good? Not really. I don't want to spend $5 a month for 200cc, but it's exactly that though. I don't like what they're offering, so I'm not going to do the $5 a month thing. So that's all I really have to say. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. Do you like Mario Kart Tour? Do you not like Mario Kart Tour? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.